Hello there, friends! The playoffs for the last CSGO Major are still going. The entire city of Paris is immersed in this esports celebration and is ready to give us some unforgettable emotions. Everything will be decided in the next 2 days. It will be magnificent, I promise. So, let's get straight to it. But first, as always, let's talk about the latest news. It's logical that many teams made roster changes after being eliminated from the major. For example, Fluxo went 0-3 in the Challengers stage and removed their sniper history. And according to media reports, MOUZ are planning for potential replacements. It's still unclear who will be removed, but I can speculate that it might be JDC. Xertion and Frozen are clearly untouchable, and Torsi is probably safe too, although he has been struggling a bit lately. And I'm not sure about the others. Maybe they can find a stronger captain to replace Dexter, so what do you think? Who should MOUZ replace? But of course, there's a lot of talk about G2 and Navi. Kassad, for example, suggested that G2 should change their captain. I was watching, Hooxii. I was watching you ruin Nico's chances to win the major. Now take responsibility and leave. So, I heard that Naxa has been on the bench for OG for the past month. Is it the time for a great comeback? But personally, I doubt G2 will make any changes. With Hooxii, they finally started winning tournaments, and after one setback, I don't think they will make any drastic changes. And as for Navi, it's not as straightforward. They had a terrible championship, and overall they can't seem to find their game. Everything is falling apart, and Simple is tilting. Although, by the way, the guys had a reasonable mindset before the start of Anubis against FaZe.
Да, вчера она не зашла, но сегодня она зайдет. Сегодня она будет такая же хорошая, как и все остальные в плей-оффе. Давайте возьмем и выйдем. Мы Нави, мы команда, мы сильнее, чем они. Мы заряженнее, чем они. Нам просто надо так, как мы умеем. Если мы не будем, то для чего вообще вот эти все тренировки, все буткемпы? Нам это все надо было, чтобы мы совершали одни и те же ошибки. Давайте не будем вообще их совершать. Давайте покажем классную игру как команда.
То, что мы сейчас начинаем за дефенс, нам очень важно каждому думать внутри, сука, раунда. Внутри. Поджать. Не играйте, как сказал Саня, играйте смело. Ни в коем случае нельзя бояться. Гоу.
Давайте, команда.
When they were eliminated, you saw for yourself how much controversy and discussion it sparked. And just last night, Simple removed player for Navi from his Instagram profile description. Is something brewing? Flamey says the following. I don't think there will be a disband, but there might be some replacements. Maybe one, maybe more, but probably just one. And Sanya even suggests selling Simple.
Раз уж пошла такая тема, мое предложение следующее для Нави. Это оставить перфекта в составе, но при этом натурализовать его, дать украинское гражданство. Симпла продать, пока он на пике своей стоимости. Нипла убрать из состава. И, соответственно, у нас остается бит перфекта. Вот вокруг них я бы строил точно следующий состав. А электроник под вопросом. Электроник под вопросом. Ну и, соответственно, +2. Может быть, тренера менял. Брал бы Амирана из Navi Junior на основного тренера. Блейд, если бы хотел, оставался у него помощником. И дальше как-то разгребал всю эту историю. Но при этом я вам скажу следующее. Нави, как неповоротливая большая корпорация, конечно же, не пойдет на такие шаги. И максимум, который они сделают, это уберут Нипла. И как бы на этом все закончится, скорее всего.
At this point, even the head editor of HLTV said the following. The question is whether Navi wants to win championships right now or not. It's obvious that with the current lineup, Navi is not contending for titles. If Simple will start playing like ZywOo in these days, yes, in this case, Navi will become a title contender. At the same time, there are concerns about Beat's level. Right now, there's a lot of criticism towards Navi. It's not just about Simple's unsuccessful matches, it's still unclear how Navi can regain the form they had in 2021. And finally, an interview with SDY from the same podcast.
But maybe you can help us. You know when it looks like Navi, because we don't speak the language, you know when it looks like Navi are looking at each other and it looks like they want to kill each other?
I don't know about that one, but for sure they're not enjoying how they shoot this game, for sure.
So it's not like a brotherhood.
No, it's more like professional scene, but I don't know.
Yeah.
After that, Perfecto posted on his Telegram, "I will leave someday." But then he immediately deleted it. Later he wrote that it was just a bait. Well, Perfecto knows how to intimidate the fans. It's already clear to everyone that Navi has significant issues with the team's atmosphere, and it's kinda hard to tell when and how this will be resolved. I recently saw a poll on one website, and the community is more inclined in removing Simple rather than NPL. So, my dearest friends, what do you think? Should Navi make changes? And if yes, who should be replaced? Write your thoughts in the comments below, let's discuss. And lastly, some news about the upcoming IEM Dallas championship. It seems that Virtus.pro couldn't get visas and withdrew from the tournament. Maybe it's because they still don't have a fifth player. Fnatic will replace them in the tournament. Additionally, OG announced that Dexter won't be able to participate in this one, and Regali will be his replacement. You have the list of all the teams on your screen. I have a feeling that after the major, several more teams will decline to go to the USA after such an intense season. And the last news for today is about LDLC. Sadly, the organization is leaving esports. As Nell reports, Lyon, the football club, is ending the partnership with them, which means there won't be financial support and any opportunities. It's a little devastating because they had a legendary tag. Next, we have news about Coldzera. The Brazilian legend shares his opinion on the line between Tier 1 and Tier 2 teams. At the Tier 2 level, everyone understands the game very well, and teams like Monte, 9 and Apeks play a very smart Counter-Strike. They have a good map pool, they just need to gain a bit more experience to handle the pressure in key moments. In my opinion, Tier 2 teams are much stronger today than Tier 1 teams. There are only two exceptions, Heroic and Vitality. They're the two best teams in the world and don't lose to Tier 2 opponents. These guys from Tier 2 have a great understanding of the game, surprisingly. Yes, their playstyle might seem strange, but they understand everything they do. They cleverly exploit the gaps, allowing them to play aggressive Counter-Strike while maintaining a high level of intelligence. Unfortunately, you can learn this only in Europe. Well, what can we say? Perhaps in CS2 the line will completely disappear. What do you think, friends? Is the Tier 1 scene declining now, or is Tier 2 gaining strength each day? Why are there almost no top teams left in the playoffs of a major? I'm waiting for your thoughts. Next, we have some shocking news from Harumi, the insider, who stated that Virtus.pro will play at a Bad Boom tournament with Kikert, even though there were rumors that he would leave the team. Either way, they haven't found a fifth player yet, or the roster won't change at all. We're waiting for further information. And of course, the main news of the day is that Papito, Pashabiceps, has reached Paris. He traveled by bicycle for a week from Warsaw to Paris, covering almost 2,000 kilometers. It turned into a true reality show. The entire CS community was following his journey, amazed at how Pashabiceps never gave up and continued his path. Imagine riding a week straight on a bicycle. My legs would have given up in 2 hours, and here he is, a week straight. He's a legend, what more can I say? Here's what he wrote on Twitter. Warsaw, Paris in 1 week, we got it. Thanks to CS, I stopped seeing limitations. Winning a major in 2014 gave me a new life and opportunities. Today I'm here to say, Counter-Strike, thank you for everything. You're not my friend, you are my brother, my friend. And finally, before the matches, I would like to show you a couple of post-match interviews, starting with the veteran karrigan.
As always, you guys put up one hell of a fight. You look at Nuke and an almost bounce back overpass, which has been difficult for you this major, then you get the win. At that point, did you feel like, okay, we can still do it, we can grab Mirage?
I mean, it has been like this for the whole tournament the last month. Like every time, have a bad start, a good start, and we don't play our A game right now, and we're just fighting so hard, giving everything we can, heart and passion. I think you can see that even when it's looking really bad and we're not doing the right things. But Heroic is a great team, and obviously, as a call, it's hard to play against them. And try to find the solution. But I'm just proud of the guys today. Like, give a hands for them. They have fighted so hard to come back in level and perform here on the stage.
And it's not easy at all. Getting to this stage, playing to this level over and over again. For you guys, what do you think has been missing? Why the games have been so close? Why it's been so tough? You got a lot of love out there still, man, no matter what.
I think after we won the Grand Slam, we haven't found the same confidence and the same game. And we are just not performing right now, but I only think I'm proud of the mentality that we never gave up at any moment in any situation we were in. But yeah, they just play better than us, and sometimes you just have to lose and learn from that.
You definitely do, and one man that learns is definitely you for sure. I want to talk a bit about your whole career within CSGO, right? Because this is the last major, it's a special one. We look at where you started in Jönköping, we look at Boston, the almost Antwerp, a magic moment, an amazing moment. What has CSGO been for you? What's the emotions like right now?
I mean, it's all my life. It's the highs, the lows. You fight. I think I've learned so much about life through the game, meeting a lot of great friends, meeting fantastic fans, and playing in front of an arena like this is just dream come true. And obviously, you lose sometimes and you have to learn, and I think that goes for life. And CSGO has been in my life for 2 decades now, and I always want to come here, and just seeing this is just every day a dream come true. And I just want to say thanks to all the fans that make this life possible for me. I appreciate it.
And karrigan, next goal though, a CS2 major?
Obviously, I want to be one of the few players in the world that won Tier 1 trophy in 3 different games, so I'm not going anywhere. Plan is to resign and grind a lot for the next major.
You make us very happy saying that. You're a legend. Well done, mate.
Great news, Captain. We'll be waiting for you in CS2. Now here's what ZywOo said about Simple and Cypher.
I mean, I don't care to play against Navi. I mean, against Simple, because I play against Navi most likely. Yeah. I'm not thinking like I'm playing against Simple. Right. When I play against him, it's always Navi who play really good. Obviously, he's really good. He have a really good individual against us, but I'm not thinking like I'm playing only against Simple. I'm playing against Perfect or Electronic, Beat, and Impel, and it's Simple.
Yeah, the Simple ZywOo thing is for us on the outside.
Is that a start of something between you and Cypher? You know, especially early on when he was hitting the headshots.
Yeah, I mean, he fucked me. Sorry to say that, but he fucked me a lot. So obviously, yeah, he's really good rifle and entry, most likely. So yeah, if he keep like this, he can be one of the best ones.
What a person he is. I feel like ZywOo hasn't been hated by anyone for a long time. How can a person feel negative emotions towards such a good-hearted guy? Now, let's move on to the results of the second quarterfinals in the playoffs. The official CSGO Twitter invites everyone. Majors are where the highest skilled players showcase their immense talent and hard work, and memorable plays at majors are remembered and emulated forever. While CSGO as a game is going away, Counter-Strike has a very bright future. Let's send CSGO out with a bang. Well, there couldn't be a better statement. A legendary era. The second quarterfinals of the major in Paris are underway. Day 2 matches are not as exciting as Day 1, but there's still plenty of content. First we've got Monte against Gamer Legion. If you had shown this clash to an ordinary CSGO fan a month ago, they would have asked if we were watching the playoffs of some Tier 2 tournament. But no, this is the major, the last major in CSGO history, and it shows how the dynamics are changing in the pro scene. Can you imagine what CS2 is going to be like? I'm sure many top teams that dominated the Tier 1 scene won't be able to adapt quickly, and a bunch of young teams will emerge and make their mark. This match started with a real battle on Mirage. Both teams displayed amazing gameplay and neither was willing to let the other take the lead. Unfortunately, the close fight only lasted until the score reached 10-10. Who knows, if SDY pulled off that ninja defuse, the game might have taken a different turn. But it was after this moment that Gamer Legion didn't give up a single round. On Overpass, Gamer Legion continued their complete domination. These guys have a 92% win rate on this map in their last 13 matches, and they had incredible morale on their side after that Mirage game. As a result, a crashing victory with a score of 16-3 without any chances for Monte. IEM delivered an incredible performance and became the standout player of the major at the moment, surpassing even ZywOo. Who could have expected that? The race for the major MVP is between ZywOo and IEM, not Simple, Monte and ZywOo. This is honestly the most unpredictable major in recent times. Gamer Legion has worked miracles once again. I can't stop repeating it. In interviews when they were down 0-2 in the challenger stage, they said they had no chance. They said that they would just have fun against MOUZ and go home satisfied. Qualifying for the major was their goal, but now their ambitions have skyrocketed. It seems they're planning to win the major, and with their performance, nothing surprises me anymore. As for Monte, they have proven to everyone that their victory against Navi was not just a fluke, that they didn't reach the legend stage by a chance or luck. And it seems like SDY is doing great without the pressure of Simple and Blade. He joined the team and led them to the playoffs. That deserves respect. Here's what he said after the match. "We lost to a team that was much better today. Believe me, we tried everything we could. We fought for every round and it didn't even come close to helping us. But I'm still proud of what we have achieved and I love my team. Thank you for the support, and one more thing. I won't give up until I win this damn major." Yes, that was a reference to Zeus at the end, and Zeus, after making that promise, went on to win the major with Gambit. So, would SDY follow the footsteps? I can't tell if it was a one-time shot and if they can maintain the same level going forward, but in any case they're leaving this stage with their heads held high. They did something cool that nobody expected from them, and perhaps we have a new top team with incredible players and a very strong captain. We wish Monte luck in the future. Now we have the second match ahead of us, Liquid vs Apeks. Let's be honest, this is not the most hyped matchup. Both of these teams deserve to be here. Apeks in a grueling match came back from a 3-14 against NAP and made it to the playoffs. They are showing excellent mature CS and have been playing in a way that they probably never have before. Just last November they were ranked 130th on the HLTV rankings, and now they're in the top 20. Insane progress. As for Liquid, they're just being Liquid. They were down 0-2 in the Challengers stage and everyone was criticizing and mocking their gameplay. But then they turned it around and even crushed Navi 14-1 on Inferno. I'm sure you all remember that. Captain Yekindar in his new role led his American friends to the playoffs, and from what I've seen, many even were betting on them to reach the finals. And not for nothing. Here's the tricky genius Cadian tells Yekindar how to navigate through playoffs before the match. But let's talk about the game itself. Apeks looked overly confident on their peak, Ancient. They were leading 7-1 and that was the attacking side against favorites Liquid. It was intense. Yekindar even had to perform some dirty tricks to save his team. He was in a 1v2 clutch and started aiming harshly around the map, hoping that the spectators would give him hints, and he got what he wanted. It's not the most honorable move, I agree, but on the other hand, everyone does it. Brazilians, even Astralis have done it. It becomes the default. We need soundproof booths to prevent this. Surely we had a little scandal about this, but let's talk about it later. Overall, it didn't help Liquid. Apeks simply had the upper hand throughout Ancient. In terms of team play, Apeks were 2 steps ahead, and they didn't fall behind in aim either, resulting in a deserved 16-10 victory. And things got even worse for Liquid on Overpass. They lost the first half with a score of 4-11. It felt like only Yekindar was playing 1v5 or even 1v9, he was carrying the entire team on his shoulders. After switching sides, things became easier for Liquid, and they even started to make a comeback. At some point, it seemed like they could actually pull it off, but it all came down to the score of 13-11. Remember when we talked about Yekindar heavily relying on the Crown's hints on Ancient? The same situation happened here, but this time unintentionally. People were so strongly supporting Liquid that they wanted to help them in any possible way. Surely Twitter was quite upset about it, but Nock quickly calmed everyone down.
Betrays JL. Tough scenes on Nock. He's only got 1, 2. Hooxii nervous. No way! Ah!
This was a game-winning clutch, a clutch in the semifinals of the major. If the defense had won this round, Apeks would have been left without economy, and the score would almost automatically become 13-13, and only Gaben knows what would have happened next. Liquid deserved to test their skills on Anubis. Playing for a CT side, they genuinely looked ahead above what they had shown before. While their attack was a true embarrassment, I can't even come close to saying the same here. On Ancient, Liquid got wrecked in the very next round after they received hints, and here it happened in the same second with Nok. This major continues to break all of the stereotypes. Apeks, along with the veterans of the pro scene, advanced to the semifinals. Congratulations to the guys, it was a well-deserved victory. They proved to be much stronger than Liquid in many aspects, and the Liquids couldn't do anything about it. It turns out that all those hints from the crowd resulted in Yekindar receiving a warning from Blast. Later I checked Blast's Twitter and people were heavily criticizing Yekindar and the organizers themselves. People say it's about time to disable X-rays in the arena, just like they did in Brazil after the hints. And judging by the amount of hate, Blast might do the same. We'll see. But in any case, the whole crowd was rooting for these guys, but it didn't work out. And here's what Elish said in an interview. It was an amazing major, there are many of our fans here and the scene is so cool. It's disappointing that we didn't make it further, but CSGO isn't going anywhere, it will just get an upgrade. We'll be back at the next major, I hope for another 8 years in Liquid in CS2. Apeks are simply incredible. It's so cool to see Stiko and Nok and others come here and send all the top teams home. Maybe they will even make it to the finals, who knows? We'll find out today. We have an insane semi-final ahead of us, and that's for sure. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything CSGO related. See you soon!